The 9-life path is the most evolved in numerology and has one of the strongest vibrations because it contains the qualities of all the other numbers. If your belief system supports the idea of reincarnation, you might be relieved to know that the 9 vibration is that of a wise old soul, returning to wrap things up. If you don't believe in reincarnation, you'll still be relieved to know that your life is meant to be expansive and spiritually challenging. Before we get started, if you'd like to learn your life path, soul urge, and destiny numbers, click the link in the description below. Yours is truly a lifetime to focus fully and completely on letting go and surrendering, and on gaining and acting upon higher spiritual principles, however you define them. You've a strong inclination to follow something you believe in, and you'll pursue this with great ambition and drive. You have an authentic regard for humanity, so your goals usually involve serving others in some way. One of the strongest characteristics of your 9-life path is that you often have issues with your original family. You may have felt unloved or abandoned as a child, or perhaps responsible for your parents. You often feel out of place, as though you don't really belong. In any event, your attachment to your original family is hard to give up. Unlike the 4-life path or the 8-life path, your family issues often reside more distinctly in enmeshment and codependence. You must find a way to maintain healthy personal boundaries with your family and find the courage to leave unhealthy dynamics behind. The point for you is this: you're here to define yourself in world without all the family-based flotsam and jetsam. You're all about transformation and letting go, so extracting yourself from an unhealthy sense of family identity is part of your plan. This isn't to say that you say goodbye to your family and never see them. Nonsense. This means that you define yourself for who you are and allow your family members to do the same. Just some good old, healthy emotional and physical boundaries are needed in a special way for you. Many times the life of a 9-life path reads like a script from one of the old television nighttime soap operas Dallas, Falcon Crest, or Dynasty, or Keeping Up with the Kardashians. 9-life paths find themselves involved in the family business or feeling compelled to be overly involved in the lives of their family members. The key to creating your optimal life is to extract yourself from codependent relationships. It'll take a lot of strength and courage, because it'll take a while for you to realize that your family dynamics are neither healthy nor serving you. When you marry and have your own family, you want nothing less than to be the perfect parent. When it comes to the family, you can't handle interference. If you have trouble with your partner, you don't want your parents or siblings to get involved. You feel capable of resolving the issue. You're at your best when you engage your spiritual side and listen to your intuitive inner voice, which is crystal clear when you remove your mental clutter. A note of caution: you do such a great job at taking care of everybody's business that when you're in trouble or need support, people don't even notice. You must let your guard down and ask for what you need. Your needs aren't easily read by others, you have to ask for help. When you're in a room, everyone assumes you're in charge. You're a leader in many ways, yet you often place a lot of pressure on yourself. You need to lighten up and forgive yourself for being human. Many 9-life paths don't really feel they belong on the planet, if you know what I mean. You rival the 1 and 7-life paths with feelings of not quite belonging. You can have an intimidating quality, and yet putting others at ease is actually one of your gifts if you cultivate it. You're sometimes accused of being patronizing because you have a tendency to preach rather than being an active listener. Your life revolves around loss of all kinds, so it can be confusing and disheartening unless you surrender yourself and allow what's next to come into your life with open arms rather than with bitterness. Your story of loss and pain is sometimes overwhelming and can drag you into apathy or resentment. A lifelong lesson for you is to work with the idea that you get limited rewards for your service. Your higher purpose is to inspire others with your compassion for humanity. You're in your element when you're inspiring others by your example, not by what you say. You have incredible charisma and can choose to use that in either positive or negative ways. You would make an amazing teacher, counselor, or therapist. You are good with children. You also would do well in a creative field. Many gifted musicians, comedians, actors, and artists are on the 9-life path. You would make a wildly successful entrepreneur or businessperson if it's with something you feel wholeheartedly passionate about. You must choose work that has meaning for you, or you'll feel lost or empty. When you're optimizing your energy, you're a powerful force for change and transformation. I've found that many 9-life paths have an incredible capacity for success with anything they set out to do. Yet I've also found that when a 9-life path succumbs to holding on to difficult experiences with a bitter vice grip, chances are that this individual is hiding out from expanding into the gifts he or she inherently bring to the table as a 9-life path. Remember, you hold the constructive elements of all of the other numbers in numerology, and you hold all of the destructive elements as well. Sound like a big responsibility? It actually is. This responsibility lies deeply within you and in your ability to understand the vastness of your playing field if you come to embrace it. Your amazing potential reminds me of the 2008 film The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, a story in which Benjamin is born an old man in an infant's body. As he matures, he meets himself in the middle of his life and then begins to become younger as time passes. He eventually dies of old age as an infant again. The key element to take away from Benjamin Button's story is that he flows through his life with awe and appreciation, with a healthy sense of detachment, soaking in all of his experiences in the moment, observing other people, engaging in love, and not clinging to any single part of his multi-layered life journey. You can use his story as a primer for creating your own life. You're certainly at your best when you're moving with the flow rather than ensconced in old stories about the past and replaying old hurtful experiences or even replaying only the happy Disney moments in your mind. It's all a matter of balance and perspective. The most important advice: take care not to live in the past. Move forward as you gently release yesterday, live today, and embrace tomorrow. Common threads when a 9-life path is on fire and working with optimal energies are giving back to the world with gifts and talents, detachment from old family wounds, empathetic listening, and being open to new experiences every day. Your life purpose is to live in with the highest integrity, to align your life's purpose with your heart's intuitive wisdom, to give generously, and to inspire others by your example. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date with my uploads.